Good afternoon everyone, this is BremSter and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Pancake Snack by RedBarchetta. This is a recommended puzzle and I'm a little fascinated by it. You can see why the name, it's like a stack of pancakes and I'm assuming this is a butter block or something on top. Very interesting. What's going on? We're still releasing puzzle pack videos. I believe as this comes out, we should be heading into the treks into the wilderness. So the very hard puzzles on Quads on Parade. So hopefully you're all finding those quite fascinating. There's a couple of other things being lined up, which should take us close to the end of the year. So we'll see how that all goes. Thank you everyone for the recommendations and submissions. Let's have a look at the puzzle. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer cages. So digits in cages do not repeat and sum to the value if given in the top left corner of the cage. So these three digits sum to 12. These sum to anything. These cages are basically cosmetic, and that's perfectly fine because it makes the pancake stack. Kropki pairs. Digits on black dots are in a 2-to-1 ratio. So these two digits are in a 2-to-1 ratio. These two digits are in a 2-to-1 ratio. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Digits on white dots are consecutive. Yep. That's perfectly fine. Kropki pairs means that it's perfectly fine for other digits to be in consecutive or 2-to-1. The same way as it's perfectly fine for these digits to sum to a total without there being a cage. Perfectly fine. Diagonals. Digits may not repeat on the blue diagonal lines. So there's no repeated digits on these diagonals. There's 9 of those. We can figure out what numbers there are on those by that. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. These are very forced, and the reason for that is these are all in a 1-to-2 ratio. So if this was a 1, we could go 1, 2, 4, 8. That would work. If this started at 2, I could go 2, 4, 8, 16, and that doesn't. So I must start at a 1 at one end. So this either goes 1, 2, 4, 4, 8, or 1, 2, 4, 8, and I end up with 1 8 pairs and 2 4 pairs, and the same is true here, 1 and 8 and 2 and 4, which means I've already got 9. This is neat. I've already got 9 in this 18 cage, which means these 3 digits have to sum to 9. The minimum digits I've got left are 2 3 4, which sum to 9. So these are 2 3 and 4. Okay, that's now this. If this is a 2, this can't be a 2. If this was a 2, this would have to be a 1, and I can't put a 1 because it couldn't be a 4 because the 4 is here. So if this is a 2, this is a 1, and if this was a 1, both of those would have to be 2, and I can't put a 2 here because of multiple reasons. So this is a 4, this is a 2, which makes this the 4 and this the 8, this the 1, which makes this the 8, this the 2, and this the 1. 4 can not only go next to 2, it can go next to 8, which means this is 7 or 9, but it can't be 9 because if this was 9, the only thing it could be consecutive with would be 8, and both of that would have to be 8. So this is the 7, this is a 6, because it can't go back up to 8 because there's already an 8 in the box. These are 3, 5, and 9. Okay, so this 4 is taking 4 out of there. This 2 is taking 2 out of there because I can't repeat digits on the diagonal. Okay, so I need to get these. So these are summing to 14. Now, if I don't... These are summing to 14. These are summing to 16. And these are summing to 13. Well, I know there's a 2 and a 4 in here, because I can't put 2 or 4 in here, I can't put 2 or 4 in here. So there is a 2 and a 4 in here. So I've got so there's 7 plus 8, which is 15. In order to get to 24, this is 2, 4, 9, which is taking 9 out of here. The 8 now must go in here. The 7 must go in here. Now this has got 2, 8 and 4 in it. Maybe I can do more than that by looking at this triple rather than doing the math, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 3, 5, and 7. No, I was wondering, but I can't. Anyway, so I've got 14 already. I need another 6. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, I've got 2, 8, and 4, which is 14. No, I need another 8. Well, I can't use 1, 7. I can't use 2, 6. So it's 3, 5. This is 3, 5, 8, which means this is the 9, and there's no 9 here. And this better work with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 7. Now, 1, 6, 7 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. That works. I'm actually a little surprised that that worked as well as it did for me. So this is a pair, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 6. And this is 3, 5, 9. And there must be a 9 in there, and there must be a 7 in there. Okay. Now this is getting a little weird. It's going to be this, isn't it? Because this is a run of 4 consecutive digits. So it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, because that would break that. 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't work. 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. 5, 6, 7. So I need to put a 9 somewhere in this box. I can't put a 9 in the 12 cage, because if I put a 9 in the 12 cage, the 9 would need to go with 1, 2 to get to 12, and I don't have a 2 available. So the 9 is in here. An 8 has to go in here. If I put an 8 in here, it would have to go with 1, 3. Because it would be 8 and then 2 digits summing to 4. 8, 1, 3 is not available because I don't have a 3. So the 8 is in here. 7, I'd need 2 digits that sum to 5. And those would need to be either 2, 3 or 1, 4. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. That is really cool. The 7 takes 7 out of there. These are 1, 5 and 6, which does sum to 12. That's really cool. But these need to be consecutive. So the only consecutive digits there are 6 and 7, taking the 6 out of those and the 7 out of there. 7, 6, which means this is 5 and 4. The 6 and the 7 makes that the 1. That's really nice. I like that. The 4 comes out of there. The 5 comes out of there. So are these 2, 3, 8, 9? This is from 2, 3, 8, 9. Yes, it is. But this can't go 5, 4. So it can't go down. 5, 4 would break that. And 5, 6, 7 doesn't work because that's broken. So if this is 5, it can't go down, and it couldn't go up either because of that. This is a 1. This is a 5. So this is 1, so it goes up 2 and 3. The 3 makes that the 4, which means this isn't the 4. The 2, 3 looks down, taking 2 out of there and 3 out of there. The 4 looks down, making that the 9, which makes that the 2 and that the 4. The 2 makes that the 3 and that the 2. The 3 looks down the diagonal, making that the 5 and that the 3. 3 comes out of those. 5 comes out of those. Okay. The 3 makes that the 8, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 3. This is just elegant. The 9 makes this 8 and this the 9. So I know what these 3 digits are because of the diagonal. I've got a 1, I don't have a 2. I've got 3, 4, 5, I don't have 6. I've got a 7, I don't have 8. The 8 and the 2 make that the 6, and I can take the 6 out of there. This is a 2, 8. The 6 looks down the diagonal, making that a 1. So this is the 6. And I've done all the clues. It's now just Sudoku. I say just, but that's fine. This is 6 or 7 for the column. And in here, I need to put 1 and 8. 1 and 8 must go in those cells. Oh, I know what that digit is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a 9. So these are 5, 6, 7, and 9. Well, there's no 5 or 9 there. There's no 6 or 7 there. There's no 6 there. That didn't help as much as I'd hoped. I can see 1 is in one of those 2. And 8 is in one of those 2. Three in that column? I don't think so. 6 is in one of... What can that be? It can be 1. It can't be 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't be 6. It could be 7 or 8. Maybe it's this diagonal? I've got 1, 2. I need 3. I've got 4, 5, 7... and 8. 3, 5, 7, and 8. There's no 3 there. There's no 5 or 8 there, giving me a 3, 7 pair on the diagonal because of this 5, 8. So the 7 comes out of there. The 3 and the 7 comes out of there because of the diagonal. The 8 looks up, making that the 5 and that the 8. The 8 looks across, making that the 2 and that the 8. That looks down, saying that's not the 8, that's the 8. That's really nice. The 8s come out of those. That's the 8. This is 1, 6, 7. Okay. Five makes that 9, which takes 9 out of both of those. So now 9 is in one of those 2. Ooh, this is a little tricky at the end. It's got a sting in the tail, doesn't it? Or BremSter's blind. 5 and 5, 5 in this column can't be in any of those, and it can't be in any of those, and the 5 says not there. That's a 5. So we know 5 is in one of those 2, but that's not news. However, 5 can't be in any of those, and because 5 is in one of those 2, 5 is not in any of those. 5 is in one of those 2, but that 5 is looking across, making that the 5. So this is a triple. 3, 7 and 9. Well, there's no 3 there, so 3 is in one of those 2. Ah, there's a 7, 9. That's the 3. I can take the 3 out of there. So what is forced into those? Is it this quadruple now? 1, 2, 4, and 6. So this is 1 or 4 only. The 6 is in one of those 2? Here maybe 3, 6, 7, and 9. So, right, 3, 6, 7, and 9, but this can't be 6, 9. This is another 3, 7. So this is a 6, 9. It's 3, 6, 7, and 9. What does this see? It sees 1, 2, can be 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, a 9. This is a 3-7. So there's a 3-7 pair. This is a 6-9 pair. That 9 makes that the 6 and that the 9. The 6 takes 6 out of both of those. This becomes 7, 1, and 6. The 6 looks down, making that the 7 and that the 6. Still hasn't resolved this to the best of my knowledge, but it might be about to, because these are 3 and 4. No. I mean, maybe. This really does have a sting in the tail, but it's not brutal so far. These are, oh no, the 9 makes that the 7, that the 9. That's not the 9. So this is a pair, 1 and 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so this is the 1, this is the 2. The 1 looks down, making that the 4. So these are 3, 4, and 9. Now there's no 4 there, and there must be a 9 in one of those two. And one of those must be a 3, because I must put a 3 on the diagonal. If that was a 3, that would be a 7, that would be a 7, and there'd be 2 7s on the diagonal. That's the 9. That's not the 9. There's a 3, 4 pair here looking down, making that the 7, that the 3, which looks like making that the 7, that the 3. That's cool. That's a nice, simple, I mean, I don't mean simple in a disparaging way. You have to find it, but it's just, yeah, really, really nice. The 5 and the 9 are resolved by the 9 looking down. That puts the 7 in, which makes the 6 and the 5. It's really, really hard to make an elegant puzzle with good deductions like this. You're either incredibly, incredibly lucky, which I don't think is what happened here, or you've done a lot of work to make this just really, really good. The 2 and the 6 are resolved by the 6. So this is a pair, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. And the 7 is looking up, making that the 4 and that the 7. This is a 1, 2. And the 2 is looking down, making that the 1 and that the 2. The 4 is looking up, making this the 3, which looks across, making that the 4 and that the 3. These are 1 and 4. And I'll use the 4 to make that the 1 and that the 4. 15 minutes and 40 seconds of pure pancake sugary goodness, although I'm a big fan of savoury pancakes. Now, this could be an argument in the comments that'll be really, really diversive. Sweet or savoury on your pancakes? I like mozzarella pancakes. I really, really do. So you get a good mozzarella, some cheese over the top, melt it through. Really, really nice. I'm a big fan of savoury on my pancakes. Great, great puzzle. Thank you, RedBarchetta. Really loved it. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you're enjoying the content. And as always, good luck with your solving.